wide cockpit of 21 to 47 long. Quick remove wings.
The Zing was introduced at Oshkosh in 1996 at the peak of the ultralight era. The Zing is designed to fly behind a 30 to 45 horsepower engine. The airplane gets off the ground in about 75 feet, lifting off at about 25 miles per hour. With a 32 horsepower Kawasaki engine, climb out is 900 feet per minute, at 45 miles per hour. Cruise comes in at around 60 to 65 miles per hour depending on engine and prop combination. The original designer, Scott Land, reports that he got the best performance with the 35 horsepower Kawasaki liquid-cooled engine. He was swinging an Ivo prop with a 2.8 to 1 reduction drive. Top speed was 75 miles per hour at 6,650 revolutions per minute. His cruise was 60 to 65 miles per hour at 5,800 revolutions per minute. The Zing was designed as a sleek ultralight parasol to give the competition a run for their money. With the sleek custom cowling, one-piece landing gear, and somewhat large and unique vertical stabilizer, it stands out from the crowd as a showstopper and true winner. Similar to its older brother, the Cloudster, it was designed to fly on low power for those who enjoy low and slow morning flying at minimum cost. The profile fuselage and narrow cowling provide a clean aerodynamic appeal. The major components of the plane are all wood with various aluminum fittings, landing gear, and aluminum struts. The plane is available as either plans only, full kit, or as subcomponent kits. The airplane's construction is very similar to that of a wood model aircraft, and can be built by anyone using standard hand tools. In an area as small as a one-car garage. The Zing will take 300 to 450 hours to complete depending on skills, tooling, and work habit. A fast and experienced builder could do it in 300 hours. A typical breakdown is 60 hours on the fuselage, 10 hours on the landing gear and rigging, 100 hours on the wings, 40 hours on the tail feathers, 20 hours on engine installation and break-in, and 70 hours on covering and painting.
Got a wide cockpit of 21 to 47 long. Quick remove wings.
Okay, this is Jeff Erickson here, the owner of Simplex Airplanes. I'm here with Chris Jacobs, and there's Chris over here. And we're showing off the Zing that he's been building. He's building this basically as the new factory demo plane. And so anyway, we'll just do a little walk around. Apologize for some of the lighting here. We're in a basement, but this is Chris's little workshop, and it works perfect for him. So first we can show off, we'll just do a broad view, then walk and look at some of the individual items. So Chris obviously has pretty well finished the fuselage. He's got most of the controls hooked up, including the, you can clearly see the stick, the rudder pedals. We don't have the wings mounted on the airplane yet, though the wings are completed, and we'll look at those in a second. Let's see, we have the bent gear slab. This is the one that's made out of 2024 aluminum, 4-inch wide. It's tapered down to 2 inches at the bottom. And yeah, so we can kind of get a little lower here. See that? So the paint on the edges there is, we were just using that when we were locating the flanges. So anyway, let's walk around a little bit. And Chris just recently completed the wing strut connections here.
Done like Randy.
Yeah, done like, I guess he's like another builder Randy up in, was it Randy in Vermont? Is that where he's at?
Yeah, somewhere up to New York or something.
Zoom in there a little bit. All right. And Chris elected to do just a standard wood turtle deck. We do have a fiberglass mold to do a turtle deck. I'm not sure if we're going to end up actually using that mold ever, just because it's so easy just to simply build a simple wood turtle deck like this. This weighs nothing. I I'm tempted to put it on a scale to show you how light he built that. Here are the tail feathers here. I believe they're done. Are they done, Chris?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, so did an excellent job. Pretty much everything is per the plans. There's an exception here. Chris made some additions here, which I think are going to be really beneficial. I think this is a mini-max strategy. Am I correct, Chris?
Yeah.
So he's adding on, what would you call these? What do you have? There's a name for these?
Wing gap.
Yeah. So they don't look like much here, but if you can picture when the fabric is actually rolled over this, this will be a pretty well sharped curved edge. And so the air can easily flow instead of going from a flat edge to a flat edge. So it'll just make it a little more aerodynamic. And one thing that's important here that some people don't notice in the plans, it's in the plans but it's not super clear, is that the Zing has these 1/2 inch by I think it's 0.035
Yes.
6061 tubes for struts. It has them on the top, which is usually super visible, but it also shows them on the bottom, which I've seen a couple people miss that. And though that it would, probably get away with it, you really shouldn't. So make sure when you're building your Zing that you are building it with 4 struts on the tail. Let's see. Things are a little squeaky yet because nothing's been lubed up. It doesn't need to be because it hasn't been sealed yet with varnish, so we don't want any kind of lube around until it's all varnished up. So that's why I hear a little bit of squeaking. But he really did an excellent job here. And let's see, well, you can see the tail spring there. We haven't mounted the tail wheel yet. I still need to bring that over. He did make another deviation, which I think is something we probably should make a note of in the plans because it really is a good deviation. If you notice closely where the lower strut attaches, I don't get enough light here. Actually, if you back away a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. If you notice where that lower strut attaches here to the tail post of the fuselage, the plans call for it to be around this area here, right where the tail spring bolts on. That's fine, that's very strong, but the only downside of that is that it's not completely square with the other strut. So if you look at this strut, if we were to back up a little bit, right, the way Chris has done it is the upper strut and the lower strut are completely square, and it just looks a little nicer. So that's just a small deviation. If you're going to make deviations in the plans, you're certainly welcome to do so. Just make sure you know what you're doing and you're not doing anything that's going to modify the strength, at least not negatively. And something like that is not a big deal. So, but yeah, you can get a good view of the tail here. The Zing is nice, being an ultralight, that it still has such smooth lines here. We have a leading edge decel, just like you would find on a wing, just very, very miniature. So let's see, I'm just showing here the rear control connection. You can see here where the push-pull tube goes through. Hey Chris, could you move that control stick just back and forth, side to side, so they can see here? So you can see there. And then if you move the control stick forward and aft, I guess you can't really see much in the video, but that push-pull tube is moving. And yeah, you get a good idea. Let's guess we got some light here. Zoom in there and get some better shots. See how this is made. So I believe both wings are done.
Except for the tip.
Oh yeah, we gotta put the end plate here. So these are both the ends of the wings. I don't want to tilt the camera yet. But you can see how these wings, again, we have a phenolic bearing here. And you can see how this, maybe we can
That's
see with
a
the light.
video, so we can go like this, right?
Oh yeah.
We can move this around. You
Yeah,
can
so I'll back up here. You can see
see that?
it moves very smoothly.
Yeah. No scraping.
So again, here we got the phenolic bearing, and then we have a torque tube that runs through.
This is the way it calls out for the plan. Some people have done it different. The way these brackets are set up, that's the way it's supposed to be. The only thing they say is you can glue everything with epoxy too, which, if you want. I don't think that's really a big deal. Because if you ever have to take it apart.
Wing strut attachments. And then you can see here we have the inboard ribs, the torque tube. This hasn't been drilled yet, doesn't need to be just yet. So these are still, oh, I see the end here. You can see here, this is how that works. So, quite a nice design, and it really is, in my opinion, a little superior to just the typical cable attachment.
I hate to say it, but I think this is a, the Mini-Max is good, but this is good too. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, well, it's taking a lot of qualities. This wing is very
similar to the Mini-Max.
Very similar to Mini-Max and Legal Eagle type wings or ragwing wings.
Yeah. Mini-Max has one less compression. For the Ultralight legal version.
Oh, gotcha.
You got 3 versus this has 4.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, the diagonals?
Yeah.
Diagonals, yeah, I see. So, yeah, very similar construction. So you have a tried and true design. That's why, as most of you know, this wing, the Zing design has never been stress tested, but there really is no need because we're not going out on a limb with a new wing design. This is a tried and true wing design. It's already been stress tested.
Wood truss and plywood gusset.
Yeah, so it's already been stress tested by Mini-Max and
Ragwing
and Legal Eagle and Ragwing. Yeah. So we're not going anything different. So the only thing different really is you're going to see is the aileron system. But even then, it's unique maybe to this wing, but not unique to the aircraft home building. So great way to do this. So probably hopefully the next video we do will have a little bit more lighting and
we have the wings on it.
Yeah, have the wings on it, right? So here
we're going to put the wings on it and get that done.
So the airplane is coming along great. Our plan is to make it to Oshkosh 2016. We'll see if we can make it out there. And yeah, so remaining work is to mount the wings.
And make the struts.
Make the wing struts.
And the center section. We're going to increase head.
Yeah, this is a definite modification to the plans. Well, we're going to be making a change. The plans right now show that this height from here, from the top of this, well, basically the top of the launcher, but really it's the top of the whole center area, up to the center section bolt is 25 inches, and that's exactly what Chris did. We could measure it right now, but that really is too low. I'm not a tall guy. I am 5'10", maybe. Yeah, I'm 5'10", and my head literally touches this, and that's just with no seat cushion, with no helmet. So that's too low. So we're gonna put something in the plans that this needs to be bumped up at least another 3 inches to make room. So look for that addition in the plans. And yeah, so it is right now we are January 16th. So we've still got several months before Oshkosh, and I hope to have it there and show off the plane. So the last time, the original designer Scott Land, who designed the Cloudster and designed the Zing and the Pinocchio, he had a Zing, I think at Oshkosh, I think it was maybe '99 was the last time it's been there. So